about it.
Yeah, check. And you don't really know me if you don't know that I had a 300Z with no heat or a seatbelt on the seat with a broken gas tank that was always on E.
Let's talk about it. 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 Let's talk about it. Talk about it.
I used to ride around a Section 80, pulling up on niggas that was ducking me to make sure they would pay me. And if they had a problem, it was likely they would fade me. I kept the tape of dog just in case they acted shady. Tapping on my Twitter, trying to get the tabies, trying to get a Skyehutch, hoping they would say he good enough to be on TDE. As I swipe the EBT from my mama, praying that they'll come and save me.
Let's talk about it.
Nobody did it, so I had to get with Obi, Nnamdi, and Brian to start my own mission. Selling that stuff round the way just to make a little name. On probation, I was big trippin'. Product of the felonies, trying to move product, duckin' broke nigga energy. Trying to be the opposite of broke when they mention me. Then the Z broke down, sheesh, they sleep.
Let's talk about it.
And you don't really know me if you don't know that I had a 300Z with no heat and a seatbelt on the seat with a broken gas tank that was always on E.
Let's talk about it. 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 Let's talk about it. Talk about it.
I used to pray that I could spar with Ab-Soul. Me and him on the track for a fact, that's goals. Rapping out in front of the barbershop, pressing Obi for the check, playing Book of Soul, passing half note. Bad bitches in the whip, turning up their nose. They really only came in trying to get a smoke. I used that to try to press play on the flow, but that would never impress and made them go. Threw my ego out the sunroof and made me change my confidence for humble.
Let's talk about it.
Threw my ego out the sunroof and made my mood turn to disgruntled. I almost quit rapping like 500 times. Before I got my first check, I wrote 500 rhymes. I used to fuck a couple bitches, but none of them dimes. Maybe I was better off trying to run up the crimes. Cause you don't really know me if you don't know that I had a 300Z with no heat or a seatbelt on the seat with a broken gas tank that was always on E. You don't
talk about it.
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 Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it.
And you don't really know me if you don't know I had a Chevy Celebrity I got from Mrs. Harris for $250. Barely passed a small check, but still got from A to B.
You don't talk about it.
Before SoundCloud, I was on SoundClick. /App the Great, you could Google that shit.
Real shit.
All facts.
Talk about it.
Had a Radio Shack desktop mic that I stole. No pop filter for it.
No.
Just a duct tape roll with a stocking cap around it. Recording on Acid Pro 4.0. Illegally downloaded on some kind of BitTorrent. Yo.
Talk about it.
Snake Hollywood was the co-producer at the Tone. Got off a Black Planet and started planning a solar system of my very own. Broke as a joke, nobody laughed at. Working at a record store that my family owned. How ironic is that? Cause most of my homies was criminals distributing dope. And I do just that, just in my own way. The differences are the same. And if you were to ask me how, I don't know how I ended up speaking at Harvard with IDK.
Yeah, and you don't really know me if you don't know. You don't know. Don't know.